What's going on, guys? Flying DBZ here, and we're back for another Pokemon Masters video. So yesterday I did a video on the best strikers of each typing, and today we're going to be doing support strikers. Oh my god, what am I saying? We're going to be doing support types this time, and honestly, I think this is interesting. I like doing these kind of videos. They're a lot of fun, and they're very informative, especially for beginning players as well, to know who to go for and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun to do. So this time we're going to switch that to support, and then we're going to see what the options are. And yeah, alright, well, we don't have that much of an option, so you know what? Let's start off with normal. So for the normal types, we have Sharon, Eevee, and Blissey. So out of these three, out of the normal types, easily I'm gonna give it to Eevee, because like if we look at Sharon, oh wait, okay, never mind, I kind of messed up there. So we're gonna go to the Dex. Oh wait, yeah, okay. So all right, with Eevee is the best one out of these three, hands down. So we'll start off with Chansey. With Chansey, we have a special attack all, which is good, of course. And then we have all of patience, and then we have restores a bit of allies HP, sharply raises allies defense and special defense. So that's actually not bad, because I mean it acts like a little bit like a potion, and she increases special defense and physical defense, which is not bad. So you're getting more HP and you're getting a little bit tankier, which is nice. And then she has Helping Hand, or Healing Hand too, has a moderate chance of removing all status conditions of all allied sync pairs after the Pokemon uses a move. So this is going to be more beneficial when you're taking on a stage that that constantly puts on status conditions on your Pokemon. So I mean, Blissey isn't a bad option. So if you're free to play, Blissey is a very good option to use. Because if you don't have Eevee, then honestly, I'd rather run Blissey over Stoutland, because if we look at Stoutland's moveset, he has Fake Aid, which is like not that great. He does have Full Heal, which is good, and then he has a little bit of healing too, of course, and he has Move Gauge Refresh, which is good. But Eevee is like a better version of Sharon, because Eevee also has healing. She has 2 potions. And then she has Let's Go, which is basically a Move Gauge Refresh, and it's a lot better than Sharon as well. So Eevee is like an upgraded Sharon. So if you have Eevee, definitely run Eevee even over Blissey, because Eevee on the sync move will increase all your stats basically. So Blissey is like an upgraded version of both of these sync pairs. So if you have Eevee, Eevee would be the better option for a support for the normal types. But if you don't have Eevee, I would honestly, Blissey would be better than Sharon, especially when you get her to 5 stars. But if you are more focused around 5 stars, then use Sharon until you get Blissey to 5 stars. But in my personal opinion, I like Blissey better than Sharon. But like I said, if you have Eevee, Eevee is the better option. So there's that. So now we're moving on to the fire types, and for the fire type support, honestly, this is tough, because Torchic I don't like, but the usability for Torchic is nice because he has X attack all, and then critical hit rate up as well with special attack. So like Torchic is a nice offensive support type, but overall, like, because he can't evolve, the ability, like him being a little bit more tankier for a support is like low. So like he's not really able to tank a whole lot. I mean, when you get him to 5 stars, then yeah, he'll be a lot better to tank a little bit more. But he's not meant to like be like a true support type, because he doesn't really have healing. So I mean, with his passive, his speed can't be lowered. He'll be a very fast support type, because he raises his speed. Same with Arcanine. But Arcanine I feel has better use, because he does raise speed for everybody, so your team is just going to get very fast. And you also have We're Standing Strong, which blocks status condition and removes all status conditions from your sync pairs on the team if you are affected by one. So overall, I feel Arcanine is better than Torchic, And the thing about no wait, no, Torchic is free to play too. Yeah, okay. So honestly, I feel Arcanine is better, but of course, if you're trying to go for more of an offensive build, then Torchic would be better. But Arcanine has more usability just because of we're standing strong. Because like removing status conditions is actually huge, because if you are going in with Charizard, for example, and you want to have a full fire type team, Arcanine is going to be a nice option for support, because if your Charizard gets paralyzed, your move gauge refresh, or your move gauge is going to just go up a lot slower. So then you could just use We're Standing Strong, and then boom, that's removed, and then you're just going to be spamming moves again. So it is huge. Even with Poison, if you're Poison, you could use We're Standing Strong, and boom, there you go, you're good to go. And then with the speed, like he's just so good for a 3-star support. And then again, he also has haste as well. So with their passive, they're both the same, but overall Arcanine is better, but it depends on what you're going for. But overall, I feel Arcanine is better. So now we're moving on to the water type support, and this one is actually not a competition. Like, look at that. We have, like, you just look at this list and you tell me which one is the best support here. Yeah, so easily Sigma-Suit Blue and Blastoise take the #1 spot for water type support. But if we're not going to count them, then honestly, I'm going to go with Starmie and Misty. Easily. Like, if it's not for Blastoise and Blue, Starmie and Misty are easily #1. But if we're going to count Blue and Blastoise, then yeah, they're #1. But if you're free to play, then definitely Misty is going to be your best option for water type support. But of course, even if you're free to play, you do have a chance of getting these other sync pairs, of course, if you get lucky. But if we're just talking like strictly free to play, like free to play Pokemon, then Misty is going to be your best option. But if we're going to count summonable sync pairs, then Blue is going to be the overall best support water type. And then we're going to go to Electric. And Electric, there's only one, so I mean, I guess Elisa takes #1 spot there. And Elisa does a lot, so if you have Elisa, like if you're a new player and you just pulled Elisa and you want to know what she does, so basically, she has evasive, so whenever she gets hit, she raises her evasiveness, so you have more of a chance of dodging attacks. And she also has Breathtaking, which is very, very good, which reduces the sync move countdown, which helps a lot. So when you use this, it takes off two counts on your sync move, but when you're using Breathtaking, it counts as a turn as well, so it will be 3 in total. So then instead of 9, it will bring you down to like 6 or 7. So like that is really, really big. And she has a special attack all, which is good too, and she has Thunder. So I mean, she could hit decent for a support type as well. But her main purpose is to tank, of course, because with that dodging, it just helps so much if you get very, very lucky. So it's Look Alive, and as you can see over here, increases the user's evasiveness when the user is hit by an attacking move, so it's very, very good. And then you have Fast Runner, evasiveness cannot be lower, so that is huge, and that's very good that they have that. So yeah, like, support for the electric types, we need more. But Rotom and Elisa are a very good electric type support. If they had healing, they would definitely be a lot better. But for what they are right now, they're not bad. If you get very lucky with the dodging, then you're good to go. So now we're off to Grass. And yeah, this is no competition. Like, any typing that has a 6-star on the category is easily going to be #1. I mean, depending, because there are some sync pairs that could be better in the future that are better than the actual 6 stars. So, but anyways, in the Grass type right now for support, Superior is the best one, because you have the move gauge refresh, you have the special attack, and it's 6 stars. Like, when you use sync move with Superior, when you have them at 6 stars, you will get a 100% buff to your stats, which is so good. It is amazing. But if we're not talking 6 stars, then I'd probably go with Chikorita, Meganium, and Lyra. Just because they do so much on their grid as well, which is amazing. So like if we go to Meganium right now, she has Light Screen, which reduces special damage done, like she reduces special attack against your whole team, which is good. And then you have Dire Hit All, which is very nice as well. And then you have Sunny Side Up. So like when the weather is sunny, your attack, special attack, speed will just be insanely high. It will basically be up 4 stages or 6 stages. I can't remember. And I think you have a move gauge refresh or an MP refresh on that too. So that's just going to be clutch. And then you have Solar Shield. So the Pokemon is not affected by status conditions when the weather is sunny. So like not bad, not bad. And she does a good amount of healing as well when she is in sun with the Synchro too. But if we're just talking about overall support, Rosa and Superior are going to be the better options, especially when they're 6 stars. Torterra is definitely very, very good too, because he does have full restore, which is nice because then you get rid of status conditions and your HP is fully healed up too, and he gives defense to everyone as well, so you're going to be +4 stages on defense with Torterra on your team. And then Torterra lowers the physical attacking sync pairs, or like when Torterra gets hit, he lowers the physical attacking moves, or the like basically lowers physical attacks when he gets hit. And that's going to be clutch when you're going up against physical attackers, like in Battle Villa or just taking on story events and stuff like that. Torterra is going to be a very good physical defensive support. And he also increases his attack when he gets hit as well. So, like, he's sort of, I say he's a hybrid. So if you do, like, if you're a starting player and you end up pulling Dawn and Torterra, and you don't really have any good grass-type strikers, you could use Torterra, because once he builds up his attack, he's gonna hit pretty good. Like, and then he has Vigilance, which he's protected against critical hits, which helps him tank a lot better too. So overall, I feel Snivy and Rosa are the best support types on the grass type category. So now we're on ice type, and we're going to try to move along a little bit faster. So then we have Glalie, and Glalie is a decent support type for the ice type category. He does Mega Evolve, which is good, but for being a support type, his defense is really low. Like, he's a support type, but his special attack is close to the striker's category. Like, it makes no sense. He's a weird sync pair. But he does have Regain All, which is nice and helpful. So, like, you can pair him up with Sandslash, and Sandslash will be able to heal even without being in a hailstorm, which is nice. And for his attention here, he makes the target basically attack him for a short amount of time, and he raises special attack of all ally sync pairs, which is good too. But overall, like, as a support, he is not very good, because like that defense is very low. And when he Mega Evolves, he's more geared to doing more damage, which is just so weird. Like, he's a support type and just, I don't know, he's just weird. I don't like him. So I would recommend just using a different support type to buff your team. But if you really have to, then I guess this is the only option. So I'd like to see a new ice type support in the future. So now we're on fighting, and yeah, Maylene is actually a very good support type as well for physical attackers. Because you have X attack all, which is great, and then you have Gloves Off, which raises your critical attack for all your sync pairs, which is nice. And then you have Rock Smash, which can lower the physical defense, making your physical sync pairs hit even harder. So Maylene is a good support type for the fighting type role. So, like, I mean, this is the only other option you have, and it's a good option. So there's nothing really wrong with her. And she Mega Evolves. No, wait, does she Mega Evolve? No, she doesn't. Okay, but if she did, then that would have been great. And then we're on to Poison. And, yeah, alright, well. We don't have a Poison type support, and I would really like to see one in the future. I can't really think of a support type, like a Poison type support type. Maybe we can get Tentacruel as a support type. Because he does have good special defense, so I mean, he could be an option. And I'd actually really like to see Tentacruel as a good support type in Pokemon Masters. Because he is part Poison, but I think they're most likely, like, if he does come into Pokemon Masters, I can see him being more of a water type. But anyways, now we're on ground type, and we don't have a support type for ground type either, so that kind of sucks. But in the future, we're going to get one, of course. And then for flying, Swanna and Skyla easily take number one. Because this thing pair over here, like, you're not going to get her because it's a 2019 holiday edition. And who knows when they're going to bring them back. And they're not very good either. They're just there for collection purposes, I guess. But for the flying type, you have Skyla and Swanna, and they're a very good option because they have Take Flight and they raise your physical defense and speed, which is very good. And then she has Potion, so like you cannot go wrong with her. And you could run her on like any other team as well, because she is going to be such a good asset to the team because she buffs your speed, physical defense, and she heals you as well. So like Skyla is just overall a very, very good support type in the game. So if you're going with the flying type support, definitely go with Skyla because she's definitely going to be better than Rosa and Delibird. And then for Psychic, we have Alakazam and what's her name? Lisa and Lunatone. Yeah, so this one is a clear winner. Alakazam and Sabrina. They're like a hybrid because they could actually hit pretty hard as well. So for the Psychic type category, Alakazam easily takes number one for the best striker. Best support. Because you have Sixth Sense, which actually heals you a good amount, and drastically raises special attack and accuracy, which is very, very good. Like when you use one Sixth Sense, you increase your special attack by 6 and critical and accuracy by 1 as well. So a very good support type, and you actually get Dire Hit All as well. So very, very good. And you have Reflect, reduces physical damage. Like Alakazam is just an amazing support type for the physical type category. And then for the passives, he has Unflappable, and that's preventing him from flinching, and he raises the speed when he enters the battle, and he has Dauntless. So like when he's Mega Evolved, his special attack is pretty good for a support type, and his speed is very good too, and of course his special defense, it could have, honestly, I'd rather his special defense be higher when he Mega Evolves than his speed. Because yeah, speed is very helpful, because then you get to use your moves a lot more, but honestly, I'd rather the special defense because he's a support type, so I'd rather him tank a little bit better when he gets into his Mega Evolution. But regardless, in the physical category, Alakazam easily takes number one. So now we are on Bug type, and yeah, we don't have a Bug type support yet, but we will get one eventually, of course. And then we're on Rock, and they're not bad. Roxanne and Nosepass, or Probopass, they're a very good option too for the Rock type category if you choose them. Because they have Defense All, which is nice, and then you have Study Buddy, and sharply raises the special attack and speed of all ally sync pairs, which is not bad at all. And their max stat at 3 stars for defense is 216 all around for physical and special, which is not bad. And of course, when you get them to 5 stars, their special defense will be a lot higher as well with their physical. So they're not bad at all. And they have Wide Guard, which will help you tank a little bit more too as well. And then you got Ancient Power, which gives you a small chance, or a very small chance, on raising all your stats, basically making you more better. So they're a good option for the Rock type category, and for their passives, they have Powers Up moves in a Sandstorm. So they're trying to make Roxanne hit a little bit harder than they're supposed to, but it's not going to help because their offensive stats are pretty low. But for Rock type, they're a good option to use, of course, but they're the only option. So, but they're a good option. They're the only option, but they're a good option. So for the Ghost type, we only have Phoebe. But she's a very good option for the Ghost type because she has Dire Hit All, and the lower your HP, the more it increases the move gauge and raises the attack of all ally sync pairs, which is nice. So like if you're like under 30% HP, you're gonna get a good attack stat increase with the move gauge as well. So not bad at all. And then we has transfers the amount of hit the sync pair rate. Okay, wait, hold on, I messed that up. Transfers half the amount of the sync pair's raised stat to the sync pairs that will switch in when this. Oh, okay. So basically, if you have your attack +6 on Dusknoir and you switch out in co-op, then you're gonna give the person that switches in +3 attack, which is not bad. Like if you like strategize that nicely, then it will be good. And then he has Vigilance like Torterra, so like overall he's a pretty good Ghost type support. So yeah, and he's 5 stars too, so if you're interested in that, then there you go. And then now we're on Dragon, and we all already know who the Dragon type is, but Salamence is not that bad. Like he does give special defense all, and then he gives physical defense on his trainer move, so hard to starboard. And he increases move gauge as well too, so he's not like bad, but like he could be better. And then he has Terrify 1, lowers the attack of all opposing sync pairs when the Pokemon enters the battle. So it's basically like Intimidate. Like if you played the mainstream Pokemon games, then you're gonna be familiar with Intimidate, the passive. So I mean, but Salamence is a decent support type for the Dragon type category, and he's the only option. But again, he's the only option, but he's a decent option. So now we are on the Dark type, and we don't have any support types for the Dark type. Like, Dark type in this game are, like, non-existent. Like, they're not paying attention to the Dark type typing in this game, which is annoying, because I really do like the Dark type, but who knows? With Halloween coming up, they could probably, they'll probably release a Dark type, maybe. It would make sense, but more sense to release more Ghost types because of the Halloween, like, ooh, spooky. So who knows, but we'll see in the future. But I'd really like to see a good support type for the Ghost type, and they desperately need it. So now for Steel, yeah, Steelix. If there was any other support type in the game on the Steel type category, Steelix would easily still be #1. Like, he is just amazing. Of course, if you're free to play, you're probably not going to have him, depending if you get lucky in summons, but Steelix gives defense to everyone and reduces physical damage while reducing the critical attack chance on you as well, so he's very, very good there. And then when he's Mega Evolved, he has a Last Word, which when he faints, he will do damage to the entire enemy team, which is very good too. But because he's not really a hard hitter, the Last Word isn't going to do that much, but any amount of damage is nice, especially when it's like an AoE move as well. So like, Steelix is a very good support type, so if you have him, you're going to be set. You're going to be good to go. And then now for the final one, we have Fairy, and she is an amazing one, but a little bit too soon for time. Like, we can't look at her stuff because I don't have her unlocked yet. But she is amazing. She's 6 stars, so she's just going to be super, super good, of course. So like, imagine having a full team of support types and you use all their sync moves. Like, in 3 sync moves, you're gonna be at 300% to your stat increases. Like, that's crazy. But I don't think we have a. Oh yeah, we do. We have Signum Suit Blue, not Signum Suit, but Rosa, and then now her. So like, you could put 3 sync pairs. Support sync pairs on the team that are 6 stars and get that 300%. Like, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. But she gives accuracy all, which is nice. But a lot of the Pokemon that have low accuracy moves, they have like some kind of accuracy up with them anyways. So like, I don't know. Like, maybe in the future they'll have a Pokemon that will desperately need that. So then you could pair Lily with him. But right now, only Fairy type support, and she's a good option regardless. Even if you want to run her on other teams, she's a good option regardless. So but that's it for all of the support types, and let me know what support type is your favorite. Me personally, I have a lot of fun with Elisa and Rotom. They're just so much fun to use, and I just love Rotom in general. Like, they're so cool. But Signum Suit Blue and Blasters, I know they're super good as well. Like, they're like probably the best support type in the game. But like, I don't know, something about Elisa and Rotom, they're just so much fun. But I'd really like to see a Sync Grid expansion for Eevee as well, because once Eevee gets her Sync Grid expansion, she'll be a lot better too. But in general, I feel like, okay, so the best support sync pair in the game, it would probably have to be maybe Rosa with 6 star, or like, there's so many options that are good. Because once Skyla and Swanna get their 6 stars, then they're gonna be like an amazing, amazing support type in the game. Like, maybe even better than Blastoise. Like, I don't know. There's a lot. Let me know what you guys think. But this is the all typings for support types. And let me know what you feel about this. If you want me to do tech types as well, let me know, and I'll do that tomorrow as well. But I enjoy doing these kind of videos because I know it helps new players as well. So it's a lot of fun to go through all these things too. But I know this video is already long enough, so I'm gonna end it now. But hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this helped you, and I will see you guys later.